The man behind Facebook's success, Chamath Palihapitiya. Have you heard about the name Chamath Palihapitiya? As of 2020, Chamath's net worth is estimated at around $1 billion. He's considered the next big thing in finance and one of the greatest investors of all time. He was one of the first investors in Bitcoin and made millions from it. Chamath has played a major role in making Facebook the most successful social media platform. Back in 2007, when Facebook was operating at a loss, it didn't have that many users, and it was Chamath who was assigned as the Facebook team management leader and worked hard to expand its user base. Chamath Palihapitiya is the founder and current CEO of Social Capital. He is an engineer, venture capitalist, entrepreneur, and businessman. He is also the executive board member of the basketball team Golden State Warriors. Besides his successful portfolio, he is deeply attracted to poker and has participated in many poker championships. Want to know more about him? Let's dig into it. At the end of the video, we will reveal some amazing facts about him, so make sure to stick around. Personal life. Now let's talk about his interesting personal life. He was born in Sri Lanka on September 3, 1975. When he was 6, his family migrated to Canada as a refugee. He used to live with his 2 sisters in a small apartment. Chamath says that he used to sleep in the living room on a mattress. His father was usually unemployed while his mother was a housekeeper, who later on became a nurse, while Chamath was working part-time in Burger King to fulfill his family expenses. His family was suffering and used to get by on government welfare. At the age of 17, he got a degree from the University of Waterloo in electrical engineering in Ontario, Canada. He says that, despite being poor, he has been able to get an education from one of Canada's greatest schools, which cost him about $8,000 a year. From an early age, his goal was to make it into Forbes' billionaires list. He married Bridget Lau, from whom he has had 3 children. Together, they started Social Capital, which is the main reason behind his wealth. Their marriage was a success, but in 2018, Chamath filed for divorce from Lau. However, he still lives 4 minutes away from his ex-wife. After filing a divorce from Lau, he came to the office less frequently, which had an adverse effect on the company's funds. Later, he met Natalie Dompe and married her. She is the current CEO of Dompe's Holdings, and they have only 1 child, while his 3 other children live with his ex-wife. How did he get started? After getting his degree in electrical engineering, he was hired by BMO Nesbitt Burns. BMO is an investment bank, where he worked as a trader for about a year. Then he moved to California in 2000. He was then hired by AOL in 2004, where within a year he proved his dedication and became the leader of the messaging division. As he continued by, he became vice president of AOL. He is also notified as the youngest vice president in AOL's history. Chamath was then hired by the Mayfield Venture Capital Funds Group. Chamath at Facebook. Chamath joined the tech giant Facebook in 2007. As it was the starting years of social networks, Facebook was at its knees at the time. He was assigned as the Facebook team management leader, and his main motivation was to expand its user base. Chamath was heavily rewarded with bonuses for his work at Facebook. He invested all of that cash and salary on stocks like Pure Storage, Palantir, BumpTop, which was then purchased by Google, and Playdom, which was then purchased by Disney. All these investments were a real success. He made his fortune in a very short period as compared to other billionaires. By all of these investments, he was already earning $250 million a year. Chamath is the reason behind the success of Facebook. When he left in 2011, it was already on its way to becoming the tech giant. Why is he so wealthy and successful? After quitting Facebook and having about $250 million in his account, the real life of rich Chamath Palihapitiya began. He started his own venture capital company named the Social Capital Partnership in 2011. The name Social Capital was tossed after 4 years. He started his company with his ex-wife Bridget Lau. This company is based on providing funds to initially started small companies when they need a good fortune to grow their business. His main ambition was to provide funds to the industries which were neglected by the venture capitalist community. These industries included healthcare, education, and financial services. Social Capital invested in Yammer, which was later acquired by Microsoft, Imperium, which was later purchased by Google, Insta.edu, purchased by Chegg in 2014. It was, of course, a successful start for Social Capital. Just in 2 years of launching the company, Chamath was able to make $280 million. In 2015, when Social Capital provided funds to Slack Technologies, Chamath's net worth was raised to $1.2 billion. This provided funds to Aklima, Urban Footprint, and Drone Seed, which were all climate-related companies. Social Capital is also involved in space-related technologies named Swarm Technologies and Relativity Space in 2017. While in 2018, they invested in SFOX, which is a cryptocurrency trading platform. In 2020, the SPAC IPOB with a market cap of $4.8 billion. Chamath is also a board member and minority stakeholder of the San Francisco baseball team Golden Star Warriors. Social Capital was the main reason behind his success, but it can also be related to his poker life. He can sometimes be seen on talk shows and morning shows like Poker Night in America and CBS This Morning. Some amazing facts about Chamath. During his time at Facebook, his user base greatly increased from 50 million to 700 million. Although Chamath played a crucial role in making Facebook the most successful, he is also against using it. He says that he does not use Facebook and keeps his family away from it. He also said that is ripping apart the way society works, and he feels very guilty about being a part of it. This could be the reason why he left Facebook at an early stage, because he was aware of its negative effects, or it could be because he wanted to build social capital with his wife. In 2011, the World Series of Poker, he finished 101st in a total of 6,865 competitors. Chamath recalls a loss of about 2,000 bitcoins. In 2014, Chamath spent 2,739 bitcoins for $1.6 million on buying land, which could have been worth $270 million by today's value, which he regrets. He spent his time in Silicon Valley and is known as a top 100 Silicon Valley entrepreneur. Chamath is one hell of a smart billionaire. His main motivation is to spend money on education and healthcare systems. He also has spent a lot more in small companies in his career as a venture. You may also see a sense of perfection from his personality. If you watched this video till the end, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content like that. We will see you in our next videos. Till then, enjoy and keep watching our videos.